Welcome to the World News with your hosts, Bill Dan, Brock Lee, and Skip Johnson.
Good evening. Welcome to the 5 o'clock World News. I'm Brock Lee alongside Bill Ding. Tensions between the Soviets and the U.S. are continuing to rise as we continue to report on the Cuban Missile Crisis.
This is breaking news to you. We have you covered. Early this October, an American U-2 spy plane flew over Cuba and saw that the Soviets were secretly building nuclear missile sites on the island of Cuba. Leaders of the U.S. and Soviet Union are engaged in a military standoff this October of 1962 due to the installation of nuclear-armed Soviet missiles on Cuba. For those of you at home who don't know where Cuba is, it is only 90 miles from U.S. shores.
For those of you worrying at home, do not be startled. The U.S. Navy has destroyers and frigates kept on station right next to Cuba. We expect these ships to be here about 1 month. Admiral Dennison is readying the Army, Air Force, Marine, and Navy assault forces for the possible invasion of Cuba.
I believe we have one of our own on the coast of Florida during this frightening time. Skip, can you hear us?
Yeah, Bill, I can hear you loud and clear.
What is it like down there on the coast, and what is going on?
Bill, it's obviously pretty chaotic. You know, people are staying low and going to safe places in their homes. A lot of people are trying to get out here, as you can see behind me. I'm trying to stop one of them and see if I can get a first-hand account. Excuse me, sir. Can I have some of your time?
Sí, ¿qué pasa?
What's your name, sir?
Me llamo Javier Garcia.
Hello, Javier. Can you tell me what's going on in your mind right now? Are you scared? Do you feel a nuclear war is imminent?
Well, I'm really scared and I just want everything to go back to normal. I mean, I understand that the Soviets have nuclear bombs on Cuba, and I'm just scared that they're going to shoot them right at us. I hope my family's safe. Stay safe, guys. I love you. Thank you.
Just to let you know, a naval blockade is an indication of a nation's lines of communication at sea by the use of naval power. This is Skip Johnson live from the coast of Florida. Back to you and Brock.
Thank you very much, Skip. We appreciate your courage in reporting us live from Florida. Breaking news, we have just heard that the bombs are both called MRBMs, meaning medium-range ballistic missiles, and IRBMs, meaning intermediate-range ballistic missiles.
This does not mean you don't have to worry about anything, folks. These missiles can travel 1,000 nautical miles and can inflict serious damage. They are capable of striking Washington, D.C., the Panama Canal, Mexico City, and all southeast cities in the U.S. We know that Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev and U.S. President John F. Kennedy have been exchanging letters and communicating, but we do not know what these are about. We just hope that these are peace negotiations and not threats.
That's right, Bill. This crisis is the first documented instance of the threat of mutual assured destruction, or MAD for short, which is a military strategy in which two opposing sides would effectively result in the complete and utter annihilation of both the attacker and the defender.
This is bad.
Yes, it is, Bill.
Let's go back to Skip in Florida. Skip, are you still there?
Hear you loud and clear, Bill. These past few minutes, I've heard that we've been making progress with peace negotiations. President Kennedy is currently signing papers with Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev about disarming the missiles in Cuba if the U.S. does not invade Cuba.
That sounds good. Hopefully this crisis will be over in a few days, right, Brock?
Yes, sir. Hopefully Kennedy and Khrushchev can work out a deal that benefits both countries. The war is already about 15 years in, and it is the closest we have come to nuclear war.
We know that a meeting between Cuba's Fidel Castro and Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev was held in July. They reached an agreement to construct missiles on Cuba and aim them at the U.S.
I've just gotten hold of information that President Kennedy is holding a press conference for the American people. Let's take a quick look.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere. Upon receiving the first preliminary hard information of this nature, last Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., I directed that our surveillance be stepped up. And having now confirmed and completed our evaluation of the evidence, and our decision on a course of action, this government feels obliged to report this new crisis to you in fullest detail.
Well, that was a reassuring press conference from the President.
We hope that you stay safe, America. Alongside with Brock Lee, I'm Bill Ding.
Stay classy, America.